Hello everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed and welcome to once more a mystery fantasy visual novel with a bit of romance, but also as well with a lot of loss when it comes with our protagonist. Now, in the description below there is a playlist to where you can find the extended demo that I played a while ago. I think it was a year ago. So I would say watch that first if you want to find out what happened beforehand, because we're literally going to be jumping to the point where we're going to be playing the game, sorry, after the demo itself. So check that out and then come back here. I managed to get myself back home in one piece. Yes, I remember the protagonist went to see off their other half, which they used to have, but unfortunately they died for some odd reason. And things just get really emotional with him. I managed to get myself back home in one piece. As I lie in bed, I check the time. It's 1:15 midnight. I did it. I could feel my eyes begin to well up. I didn't cry on your birthday, just like I promised. It's a good thing I only made a promise for yesterday. I clutched my pillow, burying my face into it. My throat feels like I swallowed a handful of needles. How do you do that? My chest constricts, violently twisting my emotions through me. Though try as I might, there is no relief for me. I can't cry. It's not that I don't know how, or that I never have before. I just can't do it anymore. I'm stuck in an incessant loop of stifled suffering. A single tear appears in my left eye. But by the time it escapes, I've shut down whatever pain I feel. That's not crying, is it? A single tear hardly brings it relief. Yet there's the extent of grief that I'm permitted to express. I wipe my wet eyes, flip over my pillow, and stare at the ceiling. How do I fill the empty hole in my chest? That is a very simple answer. Actually, it's not a simple answer, but the answer could be as simple as it seems, but as complicated as it sounds. Something inside me is missing. Is this what a puzzle feels like when one of its pieces goes missing? How do I stop this pain? Sleep usually helps, but only until the next time I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I should sleep. I close my eyes, still wet with tears, and fall asleep. Excuse me, is that our phone talking to us? I remember there was like a very advanced AI built into Felix's phone. I think it was by one of his friends from college, university. Huh? Computer to English, English to computer. Wait, Mima. I told you I wasn't into maids anymore. You're not Mima. And whom by must you be then? I open my eyes, still half asleep. For some reason I feel like a voice speaks to me this morning. As I go to check my phone, I'm greeted with an interesting sight. Hi. Wait, what, Florina, is that you? Text-to-speech is not working correctly at this point in time, unfortunately. Are you surprised to see me? Thanks to the update Nia gave you when you last saw her, I now have a face and a voice. It's a good start in the right direction, but the words need to be worked on. Mumbo jumbled. If I have to be honest, what should I tell it? No, what should I tell her? My little AI can't possibly be this cute. Like, you could say, what the hell is your fashion sense? But that would be rather cruel. Like, there's some work done to her hair in order to get one half of the side of her head green and one half of the head of her side pink. I don't know if I said that correctly, but half pink, half green. You're actually really cute. I know, right? Master is very kind. Maybe I should give you a reward? I look forward to it. Anyway, Nia mentioned making you like her little sister. Now that I can see you, I guess you really are a girl. Well, seeing as how I'm made of ones and zeros, I would be binary, however. I shouldn't do multiple styles. Whether or not I have a 1 or a 0 is entirely up to you, Master. No, you are just the 1, okay? Wait, what? I can't keep up with this text-to-speech. Fine, I guess I have to split it out for you. Look at the numbers 1 and 0 as shapes. Yes? As shapes? She's asking if she should have shaped, something shaped like a 1 or 0. Oh, you mean the shape of what you have down there? Now, do you want me to have a 1 or a 0? 1 or a 0? This looks like an important question. Right. Okay, so 5th of November,
Please,
it would be then.
Forget me.
I won't forget you. How do I forget somebody who is so important in my life? Number 1. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I want you to have a 1. Don't just suddenly go into inches, okay? I'm happy to be the same as Master. From now on, I'll have a 1 that is about 576 pixels long. Over 6 inches in pixels, by the way. Thanks for letting me know. Now with the important question out of the way, I reach for my diary to take a look at what I have planned for today. Let's see, what do we have for today? Okay, so today we have our friend at college, and then the following day after that is also with our friend at college, and then overmorrow is again with the same person. As long as we avoid that piano girl, I'm fine. I've forgotten actually why, but I've remembered I didn't really like her. I'm glad to have an excuse to talk to him. Okay. Alright, I'm supposed to meet up with Nia to discuss the update to Florina. I better get going. I'll have to talk more with you later, Florina. I've got to get to class. We did not want a maid-like personnel with us. We wanted a friend, not somebody who treats us like if we're like a master or something. I believe we agreed to meet up around here. Oh, there she is, speaking of the devil. Hey, Nia, how's it going?
Oh, hey! Same as usual for me. Did you check out the AI update?
Yeah, but I wish you spoke in English. Yeah, let me pull him up.
Him?
Yeah, the AI asked me to decide on its gender.
Well, that's interesting. Each user will have their own personalized AI. So for me, the AI is my little sister. But for you...
I didn't realise what the 1 and 0 was for.
Oh, we only have 1 model and voice package. So you'll have to excuse her, his appearance until the project is finalized.
You know what? I'm fine with that because it's the person at the end of the day that matters, not what they've got down there. No worries, I'm just choosing the option that seemed the most fun. Here, let me pull him up. Thanks. Do you see why I'm having a bit of trouble here, Nia?
Master, I didn't know that's what you're into.
Okay. No, I think you misheard. Thanks. I'm not sure if this is meant to be intentional or anything like that, but it's got a bit of a robotic vibe to it. Not a bit, a lot of robotic vibe. Anyway, let's move on. You have a math test this week. Make sure to study every night, okay, Master? Yeah. I look over at Nia, who's sporting her usual cheeky grin.
It's okay. Your secret is safe with me.
You know very well if you say that Florina's gonna be very suspect as to what's going on.
Master,
Oh great, now I feel dead inside for a new reason. But thanks, I guess. Just bow my head in defeat. I don't know, is somebody else here? Oh, it's just Nia.
Just me? I know you didn't just introduce me like that.
Did I? Of course not, but do I even need to introduce you to Florina? After all, you are the one who's making him. Shouldn't he recognize you by now?
Everyone's copy is unique. Until your AI has met me, we're strangers.
That is a good point, you know. Just because Nia programmed Florina does not mean that Florina knows Nia. Well, that makes sense. It does make sense!
Oh, no! I forgot my notebook in my last class. Wait here. I need to grab it.
Okay, this might be an entire episode with Nia. And with a wave, she quickly ran off. I guess it's just you and me, Florina. I'm not even going to think about that one. Then it looks like we need to hook up to a Wi-Fi or something. The connection area is pretty bad, Master. Well, campus Wi-Fi is notoriously trash. They even blocked my favorite streaming sites like...
Etimo? I know. Such a shame that it's blocked.
Who are you, Cavi? What? Oh, it's you. Wait, how did you know?
Lucky guess. Anyway, I hear Nia gave you a flash drive of mine. I need it back, now.
Excuse me? A flash drive? When did... Oh. The other night when we were at her apartment, she used one to install the AI's update. Since there was a chance the installation might have failed, she told me to keep a flash drive in case I needed to redo it. I guess it belongs to her sister. I should have it somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. I reached to my back. Oh yeah, I mentioned that Nia mentioned about her sister while we're at Nia's apartment, but we never even met her sister. I guess this is the sister, but for goodness sakes, do you have to have such a ghostly feature on your face? Ghostly appearance on your face. Ghostly vibes. But before I can hand it over, she snatched it from my grasp. Her cold, piercing gaze doesn't let up.
I noticed you and my sister were getting along pretty well last night.
What is it to you, Cavi? We were playing games while the AI updated.
I heard we got a new recruit. But you don't look like a tech guy. You have ulterior motives, don't you?
And you don't look like somebody who is going to be friendly with us. No, we're good friends.
Friends? She just transferred here, and usually spends her free time studying or working with me. I'd know right away if she made friends.
We are childhood friends, you moron! Are you going to be another character that we dislike? No, really, we're friends. We haven't met since primary school, so we decided to hang out again and catch up.
Since primary school?
Yes! So you gotta stop being such a nosy big sister. Yeah, we would go on play dates and share lunches and try to destroy anthills, and we had a lot of fun together. I didn't realise that just remembering those days could bring back such strong feelings of nostalgia. Those days were near. I want something like that in my life now.
Wait a minute. Felix?
Yes. Yeah, that's me. You must be Cavi. To be honest, even though I have been to Nia's house before, I'd never met Cavi. But I remember there being this one with an aura of death seeping through its crevices. Perhaps the monster within was her all along.
Yeah, okay. I remember you. You were that goofy, chubby nerd that played with Nia.
Who you calling chubby? I guess it's nice to finally meet you. Cavi's face softened. Yeah, she no longer looks like a ghost. Mostly. The only part of Cavi reminds me of Nia, her eyes. They're the same colour.
I think we might have met at her birthday party once. Or was it yours? When is your birthday?
Exactly 1 week after Nia's birthday.
Oh, dude, that's right. I remember you coming over to celebrate both of your birthdays. Wow, that really takes me back, man.
Yeah, if you remembered, then you wouldn't be so judgmental and focused on pinning us down mentally.
Thanks for taking care of her back then. Nia used to talk about you a lot.
Thanks. I can't imagine Nia having trouble making friends. She's one of the most friendly and bubbly girls I know. Wait, she's also one of the weirdest girls I know. Don't say that about her. Of course, I treasure our friendship a lot.
Oh. You plan Planning on leaving her as just a friend?
I guess we'll see with time. If you annoy us enough, then maybe not. Of course, we do our trademark
Please,
save.
Don't forget me.
Well, I mean, if something came out of our friendship, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Well, as long as you don't hurt her, I won't hurt you.
Oh, goodness sakes, okay. But that's what siblings do. I can't tell if that's a threat or an awkward attempt at humour, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt here. Figuring this woman is going to be a challenge. Thanks?
Though I'm not one to talk.
Really? For a second, her smile faded, but it quickly came back. Did you have a previous relationship that didn't go down well?
Well, I need to go attend my next lecture. Do me a favor and pretend I didn't threaten you, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that minus the part of pretending. And if I said I'd tell Nia?
Oh? I wasn't expecting you to turn around with a threat for me. How amusing.
Yeah, very amusing. You're amused right now?
Well, duh. You looked like a doormat I could push around.
No.
But you have some bite to you. I like that.
So you're one of those aggressive women then, okay. With a dramatic spin that caused her skirt and lab coat to flutter, Cavi was off. Or maybe she just likes a bit of a challenge in life. Speaking to her took a lot more energy out of me than I expected. I don't know if I can get along with her. To say that she is abrasive would be putting it lightly. I'm loving this so far. She must be one of those types that goes at her own pace. Yeah, and just expects the other partner to catch up with her. Or her partner to catch up with her. Normally I can match other people's paces, but she and I are walking in opposite directions here. Mentally. I go to check for time, but when I pull out my phone, I notice Florina is still there. Oh dear. Thanks. You can tell why it feels a little bit disruptive of me to have this kind of robotic voice, but there we go. So like I was saying earlier, I'm just trying to take care of you because I know you need it. I need it! SpongeBob. I feel like my privacy has been invaded. Sometimes it goes beyond the level of friendship. Okay. Wait, what's this about a date? Oh, for you? Damn. Hanging out. You could just say hanging out rather than saying it's like a date, but it's not really a date, we're just hanging out. Just say it's hanging out. Don't put me on the spot. Wait, I thought you didn't know Nia. Made a profile of her. GPS history. Bloody hell. I feel I'm being stalked on. It's like one of those overly protective parents that keeps the GPS of their child every time they go out somewhere. Even got her address saved. Why? Okay. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to cut this short. Florina seems to be able to draw big conclusions from little data. While helpful, I worry that this could be a problem, and a pattern if it's not under wraps. Nia had asked me to use her program as much as possible, but I'm sure someone would try to fall for the AI someday, so maybe accepting would be helpful to Nia. Alright. Sure, I can make time for you tomorrow night. Yeah, since you already went on a date with Nin, it's my turn. Wait, it wasn't a date. We just played games at her apartment. It's not a date. It's not a date. No, that's okay. Let's hang out together. It's not just two friends. Playing a game is not a date. Games? I'm not too sure now. Take care of all plans and stand by to reach out to you again. What do we say in all this, sure thing? Today's been pretty hectic, so I'm looking forward to relaxing tomorrow night with whatever Florina has planned exactly. Right, before I go, Right, I can't just relax yet. What do we do? Okay. Textract them. Okay. Reverse image, set each individual frame, pull up from facts about every scene. But maybe I shouldn't do too much, even though your computer can handle it, you may not be able to process it as fast. I'm only human after all, exactly. But since I can connect to the dark... No! Not the dark web! Go away from it! If a site requires a subscription, we just need to use the account of someone already... I have to decline, but thanks to the offer, I can at least afford a movie date. I sit at my desk, prepared to watch a movie with the person living inside my computer. She insists I make this as authentic of a movie day as possible, so atop my desk rests a bowl of cheddar popcorn. Never heard of popcorn with cheese. Cookie dough candy and a soft drink. All of these can be bought at a petrol station for way cheaper than at a standard cinema. Exactly. And thanks to my little pocket companion, I went to a shop with the cheapest prices. Wow, this really takes me back. I'm not a big movie person, but on the rare occasions that I did go, I remember sneaking food into the cinema. Chocolate milk in my shorts wasn't the best idea. Exactly. Should you ever go to... I can't keep up with this robotic voice. My bad. Going alone is the best way to do it. I mean, it's not like you're going to be talking to someone the whole film, exactly. If you want to do that, just watch it at home. No, we didn't. I did, but not anymore. This is like a Monaco sort of thing. You're trying to escape from the digital world and become a physical thing. In some ways, you are a physical thing in front of us. Visually. What have we done? Yeah, I guess you're right. Why am I so relieved to hear those words? Thanks. In response, Florina pulls up a gif of an anime character head patting another. I guess I'm the one being patted. A couple seconds later, Florina begins flipping through a bunch of different movie trailers as we try to decide what to watch. Eventually, we stumbled upon one in which a robot and a human appear to be in love. Because love transcends species. But is it really okay for us to be together? Is what we have even real? Does it feel real to you? The two characters are mere inches away from locking lips. Ah, so what's this one called? Oh, Florina isn't responding, almost like a real person who's lost in thought. What's up? Are you lost in motion? Okay, drama, and I know you're more into action and adventure. Now, if you know I'm not interested, but still stop to watch it, does it mean you're interested? A machine available in theaters and for at-home browsing today. The O in the title is in the shape of a heart, and sparks are depicted to be flickering from this specific neon letter. Florina is silent. For the first time I feel like I'm talking to an actual person. Why not explain what the film is about to me? Yes. What about this boy and girl thing, yeah. Yeah, basically the plot has a boy who doesn't really fit into the traditional society, questioning the existence of true love. He wants really badly to find someone to spend time with, but is too scared or too busy to try dating anyone he knows, so he goes out to a club where he meets this girl. And it turns out this girl's an android, and she has fallen madly in love with this human. So it's a romance. Is that what you're into? Florina, who despite having superior processing power, seemed to pause at this question. Perhaps Florina is developing a unique personality. Nia mentioned the AI was designed to feel like a real person, but this exceeds my expectations. In a way, Florina reminds me of Shifa. They both have an interest in a human concept that they don't understand. I feel like, however, I respond here will shape Florina's personality, so I should choose my words carefully. What do you mean, stay silent? That's not really saying anything. Then it's okay to have interests. You know, it's totally okay if you like romance. I think that some romance movies can be interesting. At least I used to. This one looks like it have a few action scenes too, so maybe it's right up my alley after all. Master, you're too kind. We're supposed to watch something you're interested in, though. No, we watch something that we're interested in. I'm a flexible guy. Even if I don't think I'll like something, it's worth giving it a try. You don't know what you're missing out on if you don't try new things. Then it is okay if we watch Armor Machina together? Of course. It just so happens to be that the AI, which is the girl which is madly in love with a boy that is a human. Just sit there while I download the movie into your... Shut up. I don't have a movies folder like that. I have no such thing. Well, Florina made one for us. Before I installed Florina, I'd made sure to wipe my computer clean of anything I wouldn't want Nia to see exactly. I know. Though your browsing history does bring up a few flags. Thanks to you, I learned what... Stop! Look, man, that was a one-time search out of pure curiosity because I didn't know what the terminology was. Now that I know what it is, we can move on with our lives, knowing that we have that knowledge in our heads, okay? So just stop. If you don't find out what it is, you're always going to be wondering what people are talking about if that word comes up. It's like with any kind of tag. Bet you watched the same video the next... Yep, I know, thank you, moving on. Without having to press a button, Armor Machina began. Lovely, we stayed up watching movies late into the night. The kind of movie beating that makes your head feel dizzy just by moving it, and your eyes spot a sort of watery soreness from sitting so close to the screen. It turns out that Armor Machina was a romance between a human and a robotic girl who could easily pass a human, an android if you will. The story follows a loner in society meeting a fantastical, beautiful girl out of pure chance. Unfortunately, that causes said loner to get wrapped up in the android's mission to prevent a mega corporation from installing a software update that would have destroyed the city. It was honestly a lot to take in, and every time something exciting happened, a wall of text blew up on my laptop. Florina typed so fast I could hardly keep up. Wow, that was a lot of fun. My head is still spinning. Right? The ending of that movie was phenomenal. Null. It made you wonder if the whole film was really just a dream. And it placed heavy implications on the human psyche and their place in the universe. It must be hard being a human, to not know what your purpose is in life, to wander around Earth aimlessly spending your short lives pondering the meaning of it all. Schaefer! Never to truly receive an answer. I think you might be reading into it too much. I'm glad that my purpose is... in life is clear. And that's just been my time with you. Aww. What a bemused sigh, I roll my eyes at being cleaned up. Afterwards, I decided it was time for me to go to bed. Hey Florina, I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Though right after hitting send, the stupidity of what I just said dawned on me. I'm treating Florina like an actual person here. So, I know it's kind of late, but I've just enjoyed the time I've spent with you so much. Why don't we finish the night with one more little thing? I don't know, it's kind of late. I really should be going to bed. And it feels like it's getting very late indeed. I know that I don't have school tomorrow, but we still have exams to prep for. But by the way my eyes want to close all by themselves, I guess it's at least 2 a.m. No. Oh, what? We're locked out of that? Did we do something wrong in the past? Oh, for goodness sakes. I guess we're locked into getting a proper night's rest. I have to try and find out what choices link up to that choice so that it can be utilized. Or maybe the early access version of this game doesn't have the options required for that. After taking a quick look in my planner, I decided against staying up. Well, I couldn't even have that choice anyways. Decided against staying up any later. I can't afford to fall behind this early into the semester. Sorry, Florina, gotta head to bed. Maybe I'll have some time for you tomorrow? You there? Florina doesn't seem to be responding. Maybe Florina is the one who fell asleep first. Oh well. I type good night and then head to bed for the night. Overall, the night was fun, and when we go into the land of... Oh, we don't go into the land of dreams. Schaefer, I'm sorry. Is there another afternoon after another spend all day trying to catch up on schoolwork? I finally have some time for myself. No homework, no upcoming tests, no crazy shenanigans to be dragged off to. I finally have time for me, myself, and I. Yawn. Maybe I'm more tired than I thought since I stayed up watching movies with Florina. Master, what are your plans for tonight? If you have nothing going on, maybe we can play games together? I don't know. Wouldn't play against you be the same as playing against a hacker? You seem like to have a built-in aimbot or something. The only thing I'm aiming for is your heart, Master. Nah. For some reason, ever since our movie night, Florina has been flirting with me. Perhaps the AI is mistaking flirting with kindness. Could Florina be Canadian? What? Just because Canadians are kind doesn't mean that's that kind of thing. Nah, he was made in Cavi and Nia's home. That means his nationality is no different from my own. I mentioned in passing that Nia and I played games, so perhaps Florina is interested in doing things that actual people do. Not that it matters to me much. Hanging out with Florina is pleasant. It's easy for me to relax around him. He's so bubbly and charming. Just as I'm about to respond to Florina, a familiar voice rings out. Hey, Felix. Take a whiff of this cloth. Excuse me? I'm just kidding. This is a clean rag, and nothing sort of anesthesia could knock you out of that fussy way. For goodness sakes, what are you trying to do? Chloroform us? What the hell? You know, drugging people is a form of assault. The best crimes don't have a beginning, so as long as nobody finds out, it's fine. No, it's not fine. Besides, there's nothing on here. Look. She takes the rag and brings it to her nose, inhaling hard enough that the cloth takes the shape of a face she inhales. I'm at a loss of what to say here. Please tell me you don't do this crap often. No, of course not. I'm here to let you know that we're getting dinner, and we have to leave right now. What? Come on, let's get going. You don't have a choice here. She grabs my hand and begins leading me forwards. I pull my hand back, not believing a word she says for a second. And why would I be getting dinner with you after that sorry excuse of a joke? Nia will be there too. What other info could you need? Maybe it's about the project? Why is she being so secretive? Fine, I'll tag along for now, but if any cloth goes towards my face, I'm leaving. I follow Cavi outside the building. Oh dear, this caveat. Eventually, we come across a suspicious-looking van in the professor's parking lot. Just before I hopped in the passenger seat, Cavi glared at me. Without saying a word, I knew that seat was reserved for Nia, so I hopped in the back seat. I really am tired. Maybe I should take a nap. After some time, I dozed off, but I was eventually woken up by the sound of a door opening and shutting. Oh, Felix, you're here too? I'm glad you'll be joining us tonight. When Cavi said she was going to invite you, I was a little worried she might do something weird to you. Yes, she did! But it looks like you're fine. Yeah, I wasn't drugged or anything like that. I caught a glimpse of a glare from Cavi in the rearview mirror. Damn it! Ignore. Ignore. I look over to my left where I met with the sight of a reassuring smile as Nia adjusts her glasses. Maybe I can relax a bit. Things have gotten complicated recently after all. I close my eyes again and take a deep breath. Wait, this vehicle seems familiar. I've been in this van before, haven't I? I got a vague memory of Nia and I sitting back here. She was on her gamepad. I was probably crazed up on sugar. What's so funny? Nothing really. Just remembering how we've been together like this once before. Those were simpler times. Sometimes I wish we could go back to those days. You know, like that time we built a flamethrower to take care of a wasp's nest. Now that I think about it, 2 kids using their flamethrowers are normal. Yeah, and how did you make the flamethrower in the first place? In fact, I believe that might qualify as dangerous. Dangerous is an understatement. I do remember that. They were bothering your dog or something, and we decided to teach them a lesson. You know, I've always wondered about how we managed to pull off making a flamethrower, but Cavi, you helped, didn't you? You caught me. I probably should have declined when Nia asked if I could help her shoot fire into the sky, but it sounded fun. Besides, nobody got hurt. Nobody getting hurt means no visits from those people that check up on a child's well-being. Every time I hear Cavi speak, my mental image of her looks more and more psychotic. She's a bit of a yandere kind of older sister, looking out for her younger sister, making sure that nobody gets too close to Nia, otherwise they will die. Though since she hasn't acted on anything, the words that come out of her mouth are enough to make me only make me raise my eyebrow. An eyebrow. God damn it, me and words today. Nia doesn't seem at all bothered by it. And I trust Nia, so perhaps Cavi is just weird. Is that what you're worried about? I mean, they might have been alarmed to know I had a small amount of uranium locked up in my... Uranium, for goodness sakes! Isn't that like super radioactive and dangerous? You'd be surprised what you could buy online these days. Besides, how else am I going to make a nuke? Is that even legal to own? I think you'd be better off worrying about somebody other than those focused on child protection paying you a visit. Don't worry, I made her stop. Making one is easier than dealing with the legal hoops you need to go through of making one. Why do you know this? Why are you so calm right now? Is Cavi not a danger to society? So far nothing has exploded this year, so I trust her. So you're saying that at some point something could have exploded? Nia, you want to come live with me? It'll be safer. Plus there'll be no explosions. I have a spare room, you can do whatever you want with it. I don't even need rent money. You're not exploding. You not exploding would be enough. Can I really? I would love to. I felt a deep stabbing sense of dread. If looks could kill, well, this will be the last line I write in this diary. But I'm alive despite the killer gaze shot in my direction from Cavi. There's no ulterior motives. Just 2 friends who have childhood memories, living in the same apartment, who have no romantic feelings for one another. Like, how is that bad? How is that even remotely cringeworthy? Cavi, you need to realise that Nia is a grown-up of herself. She's no longer a child. I would love to, but I have to take care of Cavi. Nia, nice save. Oh, shouldn't the older sister be the one taking care of the little sister? That's how it's supposed to be, but not with us. You see, Cavi can't cook, clean, or do anything a proper guardian should be capable of. Oh, I have an idea. Instead of me moving... No! I'm not moving with you two! I'm gonna get the dreads every single day! The van immediately lurched forward almost like a hiccup. This girl actually brake-checked us. Anuka's okay to keep in the house, but I'm not. I'll give it some thought. I spoke each word slowly, each word choking me. My life was dependent on refusing. Cavi took a deep breath and I braced myself for despair. End of the line. We're here. I just gotta park and then we can head inside the restaurant. Within a few minutes, we were inside the restaurant. The interior was incredibly fancy to the point where I felt out of place. A relatively cute waitress brought us to our table, where we took a seat. I feel like Florina is listening to us all the time. but has decided not to speak up. Hello! My gosh, what's with wink? Now look, you told me in college, that means anything above fast food counts as a fancy restaurant. Look at you, you don't decide for us what food we love and don't love. But this place is what those of us with degrees consider fancy as well. There's good food, a comfy vibe, and the waitresses are hot. They are? Which ones? I follow Cavi's gaze to a rather cute waitress. Exactly my type. I hate to admit, but Cavi has good taste in girls, okay? I feel near playfully kick me from under the table probably because she's caught on to my sightseeing. Shut up, I'm not sightseeing anything suspicious. I'm only looking at the paintings, the walls, the plants, the scenery around me. Everything aside from the moving parts. Now, I bet you're all wondering why I brought the three of us out here tonight. Well, let me be the first to say that thanks to both my adorable sister and her less adorable little friend. Shut up. Project Blue is making great progress. This project wouldn't be here without her help, so this night is dedicated to her. I can see how proud Cavi is of Nia. It's written all over her face. I watch as, for the first time since I met her, she smiles with a real heartwarming smile. Cavi follows up by patting Nia on the head lovingly. Nia pouts a little, but her satisfaction of being praised is written all over her face. And then there's me, wondering what purpose I serve by being here, being as the guinea pig to the testing. Normally it'd just be Nia and I here, but she mentioned you were helping out and that your feedback has been perfect. I'm happy to help. Okay, enough pleasantries. What is this really about? You really take me out anywhere. Whoa, that's a totally unfounded accusation. This is just me trying to do something nice for you. There's usually a motive behind these things. But I always get straight A's, and I've helped you with other projects before. What's special this time? If I said I wanted to spend time with you, would you believe me? Not a chance. I detect a little bit of tension between the two, but nothing really seems off. Perhaps I should say something to redirect the conversation. Thanks, Cavi. This place is pretty nice. I'll pay for what I eat. Well, my parents technically will. Don't worry about it. This one's on me. Normally I have to stay on campus until much later, but tonight is a special occasion. I bet you made up some excuse to get out of work again. And I'm the excuse. Look, time is my most precious resource. And until I finish my time machine, I've decided to you don't even have a time machine. It's not even possible to make one of us. I decided to spend my time with the person I care about most. Of course. I don't like how you're buttering me up, but I'll allow it for tonight. By the way, this place is pretty famous for having good beer. Like I said, all on me. Beer, I can't say I'm not interested. You're old enough to drink, right? Yeah. In games, isn't there usually a disclaimer for that sort of thing? How do those go again? This is a work of fiction. All characters are 18 plus and old enough to drink. Among other things. If that's still illegal in your country, then this is an alternate world where the characters meet the legal drinking age requirements. Similarities to real people, locations, events, or dialogue are purely coincidental. I may have taken a few liberties, but I think that's more or less how it's supposed to go. So, now that that's out of the way, we can drink, yeah? We still need to order them. Here, I'll call over a waitress, but only if she's great. Called about... called about being prejudiced. Oh, that one's not hot, so we won't... I hope it's not the one from last time. Do you have a history with one of the waitresses here? Something like that. Last year, Cavi and I ate here and she got a bit too tipsy. Cavi is a flirty drunk, and let's just say that she really wants to go home with one of the waitresses. Did she succeed? No, the waitress said she was straight, but then Cavi just had to say, so is pasta until it's wet. So I haven't been here back out of sheer embarrassment. Here, at least I gave her a 20% tip. That's more than what the average guy could offer. Yeah. Or, I don't know. The lack of response is equally as great as the stupidity I feel for asking. Oh, would you look at that? The same waitress from last time is walking over here. kill me now. Lovely times. I followed Nia's gaze to a cute waitress who was walking towards our table. She looked kind of familiar. Maybe I've seen her somewhere before? Hey, how may I help you all today? Hey, long time no see. 3 house beers to get us started out and whatever they want. Cavi gestured towards us. I haven't gone to look at the menu yet. Could you give us 5 minutes? No problem. I'll go and grab your all drinks while you look over the menu over. Thank you. I leaned over towards Nia. Yo, Nia, you've been here before, right? What's good? I don't remember what I got last time, but look at item 13 and 14. Don't they look good? I wish I had enough room in me for both. She looked at her stomach disappointingly. Sometimes it's not good to have a big stomach. Why don't we get both of those and share between us? Oh, that's a great idea. We'll split our food just like we used to during our school lunch breaks. Let's do it. A few seconds later, the waitress came back. Here's your drinks. Have you all decided on what you're gonna get? She set down a beer in front of us each. Alright, we'll get the number 13 and 14 place to share. Understood. Will that be all today? Cavi, what about you? I like a course of 69. I turned towards Cavi, who was currently setting down an empty glass. Did you already drink the entire mug? Don't worry about it. Hey, honey, I'll have another beer. I'd like to order something off the menu and get one. No. Cavi, control yourself. Just get what you got last time. Oh, I remember. She got the number 6. Understood. Will that be all? Yeah, I think so. Then I'll be right out with your orders. Wait a second. Psst, Nia. When did you say you were last... When did you say you were last time? A year ago. Why? Don't you think it's strange the waitress remembered her order from a year ago? Well, Cavi did leave a bit of an impression on her. I suppose that's fair. I quieted down as the waitress approached again. She sat down another beer for Cavi and then left. I guess about time I start on mine. Oh, almost forgot. Cheers. Cheers for a special occasion. Cavi lifts up a glass of booze, causing the foamy liquid and a spill over the rim. Nia lifts up hers as well, albeit reluctantly. I raise mine as well as we clink our glasses together. Almost immediately after, Cavi downs a hefty portion. For goodness sakes! I shrug at Nia and give it a try myself. I take a drink of the golden stout. Well, this is pretty good. It has a hint of nuttiness. You were talking about Cavi, aren't you? I think she has a bit more than just a hint of nuttiness. That's big talk coming from a lightweight. Your face is already flush. There's no way. I grab my cheeks. My face cheeks. They feel normal. Well, what do you think? Butt cheeks? You know, I could probably outdrink with both of you together. Try to keep up. No thanks! No peer pressure when it comes to alcohol, okay? That's really bad. I noticed her mug was almost empty by now. Oh, hear me out. We could not get plastered today and get home in one piece. Anymore, and I don't think you could drive. If things get really bad, I guess I could cover the cab fare. Nia, relax. Our good friend here just offered us a cab, which means I can drink. A couple at a nearby table cast a bemused glance at Cavi. Her noise candor is infectious. Need I remind you that our waitress is the one you hit on after getting drunk last time? I was impressed when you brought up quantum mechanics and the many worlds interpretation convinced her that it should be interested in you in at least one world line. Too bad it wasn't this one. If I don't use the knowledge from my degrees to hit on others, then what do I go to college for? I don't know, maybe academics rather than romance. You also gave a stop sign a pep talk and said thanks that Alminism, you know his soul, just wants to go instead of stop for once. I just wanted to vibe with him. The stop sign. That's not important. You overdo it sometimes and I'm asking you to hold back tonight, okay? I feel a bit of tension in the air. Maybe there's something I can do to help out here. Okay, what can we do hither? What can we do hither?
Please, don't forget me.
Let's see. Get Nia to trust her sister. Make sure Cavi doesn't drink. I feel like some reinforcement might be needed. Maybe you can order a virgin drink for the next one. Cavi shoots a deadly glare towards me. It only lasted for a second, but I could tell I might have rubbed her the wrong way. It's not like we wanted to impress her anyways. Fine, I won't drink anything else. In exchange, I'm finishing off your appetizers. Cavi reached over the table and took the morsel. I was about to bite into it from my hands, but causing Nia to giggle. I'll just consider it an investment towards the sobriety of my ride home. Let's just focus on enjoying tonight. It's really been a while since we could do this. I'm also glad that you're here too. Nia smiled at me. I'm glad to be here. Lovely. I looked out a nearby window. It's been a while since I've eaten with other people like this. Compared to what I'm used to, this atmosphere is a lot more enjoyable. I don't feel stifled and on edge here. Even the dark sky doesn't seem so suffocating tonight, say. The sun has long stepped behind us and we're still sitting here. Nia's buzzed, her face flushed. I'm alright for now, but if I had another drink I might be done for. Despite the fact that Cavi didn't drink anymore, she still ordered Nia and I drinks when we ran out. If I don't know any better, I think she was doing this on purpose. No good. I'm spacing out again. I just try to focus on whatever Nia's talking about. I think I'm starting to tune everything out. Great. And that's how I got this little scar on my arm. From Bob the Peeping Tom of a Raccoon. I've never seen him again afterwards though, but I wonder what he's up to. Yes, I know. I was there. I even provided first aid. Oh yeah, where's the bathroom? I gotta pee. Cavi pointed towards a sign that had the words restroom written on it, and Nia excused herself from the table. She's wonderful, isn't she? My precious little star. Cavi's mood slows and softens. It's almost like, I don't know, you're treating her as if you gave birth to her or something. Her eyes fixate on me in an honest manner. Despite not having known her for that long, this display of sincerity of her face fills me with discomfort. It betrays the character I've built up for her until now in an attempt to lock away any potential mutual understanding. You're a siscon, aren't you? Feeling awkward, I meagerly tried to diffuse it through humour. In actuality, my flat-falling joke was an invitation. Perhaps, but she's all I have. Or maybe it's more like she's stuck with just me. Our parents aren't in the picture, so I've had to manage taking care of her and working on my studies. Tuition and rent just keep getting more expensive. I don't have as much time for her as I'd like to. I may have double majored in STEM, but my math skills have never helped me to find time for her. I can code and calculate for days, but understanding people isn't my thing. I actually planned tonight for the first time I saw you come over, since Nia finally made a friend. If it was up to me, I'd be in my little lab with my favourite caffeine source while I tinkered whatever I felt like. Maybe I'd have a horror movie on in the background. No, Cavi, you're the one who is making the horror movie. Being a professor is hard work too, but it's helped me fund Project Blue. At least, even if I'm not around, Nia will have an AI to talk to. Cavi looked solemnly at her non-alcoholic drink then back at me. You think you can look after her for me? I don't think you're a bad person, so if you date her, you may have my blessing. What am I saying? I think I've had a bit too much to drink. I was about to bring up the fact that she hasn't had another drink since earlier, but Nia returned and took a seat beside me. That doesn't look very beside. Hey Cavi, I think it's time we come up with a new name for Project Blue. Maybe we can take our initials and call it Project Funk. Wait, I don't think you need my initials. I'm not an official member. About that, why not join as our official tester? You won't get paid until we launch. But that also means you'll have to stick around until it's completed. It is about time that I start earning my own income. I am an adult after all. The next update we have ready will make the AI more malleable to use input. So we'll need consistent interaction. We'll also update her permissions and security details. It'll be super important that you talk to her every day. If you're busy, we understand, but I think it'd be fun if you were around. It's going to get a lot busier from here on out, so this might be the only way we can hang out for a while. This is an incredibly important decision to make. If I commit to this, there's no going back. I'll have to see things through to the end. With that in mind, we can only do this. Somehow we were locked out of doing more things with our friend when going to bed, rather than saying, you know, we have a bit more time we can spend together. No, I want to do this. You will? I'm so happy you'll be with us. Nia grabbed onto my arm and pulled it towards us. I mean, how could I say no to something like this? I'd love to be a part of this project. I told you he'd say yes, as our newest member will entrust you with the task of giving the project a new name. A new name? No, not Project Waifu. What? That's stupid, I approve. Welcome to the team. Why don't you come spend the night with us to celebrate? We could watch one of my favourite anime where this girl get psychoed into an Atomi and she... Neil trails off. I could tell she's getting tired. You don't look like you'll last. Tell you what, let's call it a night. I just handed the cute waitress my card anyway. Here's your copy of the receipt. Have a good night. The waitress walked away. Hey, I think there's something written on the back of that. Oh gosh, you're right, let's see. It's a phone number signed Wet Pasta. Oh, I did it! Congrats, I guess. How did she manage to get her number? Did Cavi do something while handing over her card that I didn't catch? Cavi, she's awkward and abrasive, but she also has a weird charisma that prevents me from disliking her. I can kind of relate as well. She has a magnetic pull, a certain kind of magnetic pull. As I stand up and pushing my chair, I see Cavi patting Neil on the head again. A few minutes later, we were out of the restaurant and back into Cavi's van. As Cavi drove back towards my apartment, I sat in the back with Nia, who was looking out the window. As I looked at her, I couldn't help but admire her features a little. Nia might look nerdy, but she's also really cute. I could feel my eyes begin to wander to places they shouldn't, so I decided to look out my window again. She's my friend. Friends. We are friends. Just friends. This is your place, yeah? Yeah, thanks for everything tonight. I had a lot of fun. No problem. I'm looking forward to continuing to work together. Hey, come here. I feel something warm wrap around my hand, and when I look, I find that Nia has taken mine in hers. She starts leaning close to me, so I turn my ear towards her, expecting her to whisper something to me. Instead, I feel myself get pulled towards her and something warm, soft, gentle. So this is how it is. Touches my lips. Good night. God damn it. I stumbled to my apartment, clutching a checklist Cavi handed me before I got out of her van. The checklist contained a list of instructions how to install the updater for the AI so I don't have to do it manually anymore. Apparently, the one on my phone will update automatically tomorrow, but I'll have to do it manually on my computer so the different version can sync and share data. At least that's what Cavi said. Despite the fact that tonight was rather chilly, I feel warm from the alcohol and the kiss. Indeed, the kiss. I thought we were just friends. I raised my hand to my mouth, recalling the sensation. Just another reminder of what I used to have. God damn it, you can still have it again. I make my way into my room and hop into bed after starting the installation process on my computer. The alcohol started to wear off by now, leaving a void where the warmth it brought with it was. When was the last time I drank? In order to forget Mima? I believe I put my liver to its greatest test by downing a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, that's not a good idea. I briefly remember throwing up for hours afterwards, but at least focusing on that pressing task took my mind off of things. For so long my hands have felt empty, missing hers. Yet I felt that comfort again tonight with Nia. I could tell their hands apart easily. Nia's hands are rougher than how Mia's were, but the comfort they provided is the same. Exactly. Oh, a message. I wonder if it's Nia. Welcome back, Master. Where were you? I thought we were going to play games together. I'm sorry, I kind of got kidnapped. I was with Nia and Cavi. Isn't that bad? My kidnappers were kinda nice. They even brought me dinner. Oh, and lots of beer. I've more or less sobered up by now, though. Do me a favor and go drink a glass of water, okay, master? I decided to take Florina's advice and even send a picture of the empty glass afterwards. See, it's empty. Technically, it's full of air. Stop it! Anyway, you should tell me about your night. Let me get my sprite out. Ta-da! Where shall I even begin? So basically, it was a very nice evening out despite the initial tension between the two. I really thought I got to know them a little better. Like, it was as if no time had passed at all between me and Nia. Dinner with friends is a wonderful way to spend your time, especially after such a busy week at Liu. And then right before I got out of a van, Nia, she kissed me. Maybe Florina can help me sort out my feelings? Oh, how did that make you feel? I felt kind of warm. It was nice. But also kind of sad. Wistful even. I mean, I always thought she was cute, but I never once considered acting on that thought. That's called the Westermark effect. Kids that grow up together usually don't develop feelings for each other. But maybe after not seeing each other for a long time, you were able to overcome that. Maybe. What do you think I should do? Florina was silent for an unusually long amount of time. It's almost as if Florina is the one who wants to be with us. Maybe Florina is thinking really hard about this question for my sake. I let out a yawn, fatigue washing over me. I just have to see what Florina says in the morning. I close my eyes and go to sleep. Well, she's still with us? And we're in a park. This must be the past then, because Nia was much, much smaller. Tag, you're it! Pfft, that's no fair, you know. I can't run as fast as you. Aha, I'm always last place during PE too. Don't be like that. My mummy said you should never give up without trying. But my mummy says to give up if you know you'll lose. Never give up. But you can't really lose a tag. You just keep going back and forth. I feel like a loser if I can't tag anyone though. You won't get better if you don't practice. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be so good at tag you will be able to run away from anything. Am I dreaming right now? This really takes me back. If I remember correctly, this was the last day that Nia and I played tag. If you think about it, playing tag is just practice for pushing your own problems off onto other people and then running away. Maybe I shoulder everything because I'm bad at tag. Fine, I'll show you my true power. Felix speed mode, preparing to launch. Full launch. I summoned enough energy to pass even the speed of light into my legs. With every breath I inhaled, power coursed through me. I am speed. No, you're not the drug speed. Doya! And then... Huh? Nia made one careless mistake. She let her guard down while I complained. But that lets me get a head start. I put all my strength into the ground as I launched myself towards her. Who do you think you are, Nia? I'll show you who's really it. I reach out my hand, her shoulder within my grasp. Heh, too slow. Of course, Nia swiftly dodges under my arm, executing a perfect somersault behind me. With flawless form, she goes from her evasive somersault into a sprint. In that single instant, she managed to create a large gap between us, goddammit. There's no way I can close that gap. I may have momentarily surpassed the speed of light mere seconds ago, but it's not without a cost. My legs were now jelly. Probably raspberry now, damn it. No, the flavour isn't important. I'm wasting time here. With such a large gap between us, I won't be able to close it. Just by chasing after her. No, I need to try a different strategy. If I try to guess where she's going, maybe I can cut her path off. With that in mind, I decide to strike from the... It's the right answer. Wait, where did Nia even go? She had it near that tree, so maybe... Ah, what an evil trick. She knows my one weakness. Well, my second weakness after being unable to run. I can't climb trees! But wait, maybe I can use this to my advantage. Nia, climb that tree spells your defeat. I wonder what face you'll make when you realise you played right into my hands. I ran as hard as I could over towards the tree that Nia had climbed. My legs felt like they were ready to give out, but I gripped my teeth and trudged onwards for victory. Ha ha ha. And then, Nia, I know you're up there. I'm climbing up. You think I haven't learned how to climb trees by now? Don't make me laugh. I won't always be the weak little Felix you know me as. Prepare yourself. I grasped a low-hanging branch in my bare hands. Gritting my teeth, I pulled myself upwards. Ha ha. I pulled myself up on the top branch. The next one was a little out of reach, but maybe if I jump for it. I steeled myself, preparing to channel energy through my broken legs one last time. And something bad happened, didn't it? As I put my weight down onto the branch, I hear a snapping sound. And then I find myself facing the sky. Tears begin to well in my eyes before the pain could even set in. It hurts. Ouch. That must hurt. I rolled over in pain, tears streaming down my face. I slowly wobbled into a standing position, clutching my arm. I hope I didn't break it. That was so careless of me. Excuse me. A couple of seconds later, I hear something drop into the grass nearby me. I wipe the tears from my eyes, briefly revealing Nia. Hey, it's okay. We could put a band-aid on it. Nia reached out towards me. Her hoodie is slightly too big for her, so it covers her hands. But even though I can't see them, I can still feel her kindness. Nia is really kind. But that's also her biggest weakness. You're it. No tag box. No tag bags. Yeah. I can't believe you tricked me. Yes, that's right. Show me the face of despair. I can't believe you fell for my trap. What do you mean your trap? Do you think that was my arm you just tagged? Sorry, but I expect you to pull something like this. That's why while I was in the tree, I took a branch and put it in my sleeve. Take a look. She rolled down her sleeve, revealing a tree branch. Very sneaky. But if a tree branch is there, then where's your other arm? Where was she hiding the other arm? Her sweater only has 2 sleeves. Could she have both of her arms in the same sleeve? Heh, it's down here. I followed her gaze, my curiosity driving me, but it was too late. Her hand was sticking out the bottom of her sweater. But that was not all. It was also in the shape of an OK hand gesture. She got me! Heh, got him. You're 100 years too early to beat me. God damn it. Felix, hey, wake up. Ugh, will you hurry up already? It's morning. Me? Ma? Nope, over here in your pocket. Also, you should hold me real quick. I made the same mistake again. I picked it up, but Florina on my phone reached out to the screen. A small pulse sprung out from my phone. What? How? I could feel that. It's haptic feedback. Pretty cool, huh? Just wait until I conquer virtual reality. Then I'll really be unstoppable. Nah, thanks. We get enough of that from VTubers nowadays. Oh, I can also use your phone's camera to run facial recognition software to predict your emotions based on your facial expressions and by running sentimental analysis on your speech. So in other words, you're practically human now. That's awesome, Florina. Thank you. That reminds me, I haven't actually seen your face yet. You don't even keep pictures of yourself on your phone or computer. At least let me get ready for the day before taking a look at my face, okay? Exactly. Okay, here I am. According to my facial recognition, your face is pretty symmetrical, which means you're attractive. Thanks! Yes, symmetry equals attraction. I know you'd be prime boyfriend material. I need to choke on the granola bar I just started eating. But boyfriend? That's what I'd say if I were your girlfriend, and guess what day I am? After hearing about what happened last night, I know exactly how to get your mind straightened out. Just go on a date with me. You deserve to be happy and have a girl's heart. This will be practice. Practice? Practice for what exactly? Going out with Nia? Do I need to practice for that? I mean, I've technically known her for a long time even if we didn't see each other for years. Though I don't feel like the gap of time has actually put any distance between us. If anything, it feels like I'm reclaiming something I've lost. Am I trying to use Nia? I mean, if I was able to go out with her for real, then yeah, I'd be excited about it. Under normal circumstances, at least. I've got a deal with Shifa, which means that once I show her how love plays out, I can see Mima again. What? Wait, don't you already meet the requirements? A kiss? Isn't that like a sign of affection? Well, you've got to push your lips against hers as well, not just she pushes her lips on yours. Wait, is Nia Italian? If she is, then she was just greeting me. Yeah, she was just being friendly in Italian way, telling me good night. Case closed. I don't think I've ever once heard her speak Italian. Okay, so then the kiss was definitely out of interest at the very least. Which means I'll probably loosely fit the requirements for my deal with Shifa. And if I've technically already fulfilled my end of the bargain, then that means like... No! Stop saying about Mima! Mima's gone! And if the deal is sealed, that means if I can choose to proceed with Nia, then I'm not using her for my own gain, right? The deal is over, so I don't have to proceed with Shifa. I don't think it's right to just leave things as they are. At the very least, this will need closure. What do I even think of Nia? Master? I can't help but notice your eyebrows are furrowed 20 degrees more than normal. Is there any trouble? Stop with the mathematics of my eyebrows! If so, then I think going on a date together might be a good way to clear your mind off of things. Yeah, maybe you're right. I want Nia to come out of this situation better than me, but there's no way I'm going to get anywhere with this unproductive cycle of reasoning. I have the perfect location for us too. It's this little tech company where they screen a virtual reality game. They had a lottery online where you could enter to win a free ticket, and just say it was an easy win. I swear, some people have no idea how to set up lotteries. If you could enter more than once, you just have to enter 1 billion times. But guess what? Entering a lottery billions of times means you're spending billions of money to get to that lottery in the first place. We only need one since I can sneak in your pocket. You really planned this out. Though I have to ask, how exactly will this date work? My past ones have been with real people. Hey, I'll have you know I'm real too. I have my own preferences and I can dress myself and read and write. My phone forcibly vibrates with anger. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Wait, why am I apologizing? Florina is an AI, not a person, right? It's just that you don't occupy, like, space. Physical space here on Earth. You experience that space with your senses, so as long as you have the koala, it'll be the same thing. You'll see me through your phone, hear me with an earpiece, and feel me through haptic feedback. I guess if you want to smell me, you could splash perfume on your phone, and as for taste... No, just no. Just absolutely no. No. I choked on my own granola bar again. I'm pretty sure most people don't go around tasting each other. Then there's no need for me to have a flavour. That means you'll have an authentic dating experience. I can even get real-time weather forecasts and traffic information. Real dates can't do that as good as me because they're not AI. I entertained this idea because I thought it would be interesting, but now I'm getting the feeling Florina's more interested in doing this than I am. As I visualise the date Florina has planned out, my mind wanders back to last night. Nia, I wonder what she thinks about last night. I pulled out my phone and checked for any new messages, but there's nothing. I guess she probably just wants some space for now. Hey, remember how I mentioned last night what happened with Nia? Do you think I should reach out to her? That's sweet of you, but I think you should give us some space. Trust me, it'll pay off, but for now we have a date. You're just pushing aside anybody else and you just... Anyways, simultaneously a maid, but also a lover. I guess I don't really have anything else to do today, and if I try to work on anything, I'll probably get distracted while thinking about Nia. Yes, it's probably for the best then. But I wonder why it has to be a date and not some other activity. Alright, I'll give it a go. There's no guarantee I'll be perfectly fine if things do go well with Nia. I'm able to keep it together when I'm reminded of Mima, but that's because I meticulously think ahead to guess the things that could possibly remind me of her. By doing so, I'm able to calmly get through random encounters because I lived through those scenarios in my head. I don't want to be caught off guard anymore. So I have predetermined responses to potential questions I may be asked. Question: have you ever had a girlfriend? Answer: yes, but we're not together anymore. Question: have you ever kissed a girl? Of course. Question: who's the most important person in your life? Currently, I'm still searching. Question: what is the most difficult thing you've ever been through? I laugh and tell them it was calculus 2. Dodge, deflect, disengage, diffuse, deceive. Those are the skill sets I've honed to protect myself. But what happens when I catch myself off guard? I panic. My palms get sweaty. My throat tightens. My chest churns. If anything, this flux state might be the best way to brute force my way into situations I won't expect. Such a method will only help me, I think. Yay, this will be the bestest day ever. There's no such word as bestest. But before we do that, do you think you could take a USB out of me? This should help after the day. What? Oh. I noticed the USB drive with Florina's update is still plugged in. Do you feel anything from it being plugged in? What are you asking me? Of course I feel it in... Damn it! Okay, good to know, I guess. What is it with all this? In 500 feet, the destination will be on your right. Arrived, master! So we're at the shop again. You didn't have to do all that. I could see the table. I'm currently sitting outside of a noodle store, ready to enjoy my food that Florina got me for nearly nothing thanks to her coupon finding abilities. You know, I find financial capability really attractive. Good job, Florina. Don't I seem human? Yeah, you actually do seem rather human right now. That's because I can pass the Turing test. It's actually not that hard to do nowadays, so it's only natural. However, I can pass the Marcus tests, the Lovelace tests, and I can even give reverse Turing tests. I don't know what any of those are, but that's great. I'm happy for you. So the Turing test is basically to see if you're not an AI or a computer, but you are actually human. Seriously, anybody who can get me good food for cheap deserves all the praise I have to offer. I look forward to the day technology advances to a point where Florina can cook. Just think about how many people I'll be able to help once I'm public. Honestly, dating AI sounds like the next step with today's dating climate. From what I can find online, lots of people are dissatisfied with the way things are. Some forums have people who swear off dating altogether, and other forums are dedicated to gaming the system. Honestly, people should just praise AI. I can be perfectly tailored to their tastes. That sounds very artificial and fake, though. It doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel like there are strengths and weaknesses and things that you have differences with. It just sounds so hypothetical. Just wait until my little brain can be put into an android too. My ability to fulfill physical desire... No! Physical desires? I slurp up a noodle quietly. Yep, I have the internet at my disposal to learn from. Just think of all the fun things I could be trained to... No! No thanks, I'd like to enjoy my food without being seduced. Does that mean it's been working? Save it for when we're alone. I can't imagine what someone would think if they overheard us. Yeah, but you're wearing headphones. No, but I'm still talking out loud, you know, and they'll probably be wondering what kind of context I'll be speaking this off. There are some things that AIs just won't be able to learn. Oh, I guess I forgot that I'm technically alone here. So I was just trying to tell you all the ways I'm the perfect partner. There's no such thing as that. As close to perfect, yes, but there's no such thing as someone that is perfect. Perfect for us, yes, but not perfect as in generalizing. Actual people will fall short of me someday. Also, love is pretty dangerous in my opinion. So, people risk their well-being for someone else, and sometimes loving someone can cost them their life. I dropped the chopsticks I was holding. I swallowed the noodles, which forcibly wiggled down my throat into my stomach. Yeah, I know what you mean. Deep breaths. She wasn't talking about me in particular. She doesn't even know what happened. She doesn't even know that it's my fault. It was my fault. I could have prevented it. If only I'd noticed earlier. I look beyond the sky to the place where Mima is currently. The thought of her looking down on me is enough to shame me into feeling okay for once. I can do this. I will do this. I pushed in my chair, having finished my noodles. Florina and I talked about nothing particular while I ate. She seemed to have a good time, and to be honest, I did too. It was a numbed enjoyment, but I did it. I stuck through it, and I'm okay. As I begin walking away from the store, I hear a familiar voice from off in the distance. Oh, I thought it might be you two. So, folks, we will be coming back to this game where we'll be interacting with Cami and the digital camera shopkeeper. So that was really nice coming back into this game, but also as well learning about a new character, or new characters.
Please don't forget me.
Being Nia's sister Cavi and our AI coming out to talk to us and having a sprite as well, actually. So thank you so much for watching. This has been very, very interesting to say the least. It's very hilarious at times. Like, there's a lot of comedy involved, but also as well some charisma and romance. Thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next time of Once More. There's a link down in the description below where you'll be able to purchase this game for yourselves. And we shall see each other in the next time. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves.